talk about the best and the worst of our daily customer interactions, as well as read the email submission from our listeners. Hi, my name is Megan. A little background on me. I've always worked customer service, so like 15 years at this point. I worked with this current company since June of 2020, where every day is a literal drag.
And I'm Annie. I never thought that I would leave the cash tips and the craziness of bartending and the nightlife, but life changes. And I have transitioned my new job into corporate customer service, and that has only just slightly killed me inside.
So I've kind of always wanted to do a podcast, but never really knew where to start. And I literally like everything under the sun, it seems, and so I could never settle on a single idea. But after yet another long day of exchanging customer horror stories with Annie, it all came to me. After the nonstop crap we deal with on a daily basis, we're both always drinking on the job, it seems. Hence drunk.
There will probably be more not so great stories of interactions we have with customers. However, there will be some beautiful interactions that we've had, which were so smooth and so great, but very hard to come by. All right, so I will tell my very first story on this podcast, so be prepared for it to be terrible. Just kidding. But I will go with the number one thing that always gets me, which will be long calls. Long calls. And we're not supposed to do that at all. I think our calls are supposed to be like 30 minutes. That's probably more.
Oh no.
14.
Okay,
well, that's my average handle time is so bad. That's the one thing I get talked to, and I'm like, I'm too awkward to cut people off. I just feel like they're gonna yell at me, or I'm gonna hurt their feelings, and then it goes on and on and on, and I'm like, oh, holy shit, okay, this has to end. So the longest call I've ever been on was 4 hours.
4.5. I didn't even care. I said, bet. I don't want to take another call. You want to get up and take your dog outside? Bet.
Hey, go make some
I
mac
did
and
not
cheese.
care.
You're good. Go wash the dog.
Yep.
No, seriously, when people say that, I'm like, yeah, no, that's okay. We don't have an average handle time. 14 minutes, that's good to know.
Well, I think it's somewhere between like 13 and 16, but I want to say 14 sounds right.
Holy shit. All right, well.
Yeah.
That's how great I am at this job. But, so, of course, it's an older person. I'll say that lightly.
Of course.
80 and up. You just gotta breathe through the whole call. So, I'm like, I think I help them with maybe, like, their mail, or Safari doesn't work. And I have an issue where if I know I'm not supposed to say something, subconsciously I'm like, don't say it. And then immediately I'll say it. So at the end of the call, I said, and can I help you with anything else? And I said, cool. What did I just do?
You opened a can of worms.
I did. And I was just like, fuck. Maybe they'll say no because they have to go to, like, the doctor or something. Nope. They literally told me, actually, I wrote down a bunch of stuff that's been going wrong, and let's see if you can help me. I was just like, okay, maybe I can help them. But at least they were nice, but I eventually was just pacing around the room. I brought up, like, I think I texted you a picture when I was sitting on the stationary bike, just exercising while on a call. And I'm like,
oh my God.
So finally it ended, and, they were nice, but I just need to get better at not saying that, and also telling people to just call back or scheduling them a call back, because I am all my calls.
Okay. I'm glad you bring this up. Do you know you can get in trouble if you even mention a callback? Yes. You will be dinged. Yep. You can kind of like step around it where you're like, hey, you know, it's gonna take a while, like, you might need to call us back later. Is there, you know, what time works best for you? And they'll be like, oh, will you call me back at this time? Then you can schedule it. Yep. I didn't know that until I got a live listen the other day.
I swear to God, they just don't tell us these things because they're like, oops, you're fired. Oops.
If that was the case, like, I would have been fired a long time ago. Let's be real. I told you that about that other senior advisor who was like, yeah, like, they purposely try to get people to quit. There's like a whole time frame where they just want to, like, and I bet right now we're in that because of how slow we are. I guarantee.
3 people waiting to call us in the entire company. Okay.
Oh, well, I get calls.
Notice? Oh, you get... Okay, so whenever it's tier 2, do you get all our calls plus tier 2? Or do you just do tier 2?
Tier 1, computer, and tier 2. Like, basically, all I do all day is take computer calls.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Okay, it was 10:30. This bitch removed her pop account without me telling her to, and then wondered where all her email went. 10:30. I'm so fucking tired. I'm already 30 minutes past my shift, which, whatever, money. But I sent her back into the portables queue. I guess Chad's boss called.
They won't take that call.
Where does it go?
I'm pretty sure that, like, at 10, it, like, anyone who gets put back in queue doesn't get that call. I think they're, like, rerouted out of country. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty fucking sure.
I never do that, so I was just like, I'm just gonna send this bitch back, and because I didn't want to call tier 2 because I'm always getting bitched at because I literally only call tier 2 to just pass people off. Not gonna lie, just being a dumb bitch over
I did that today. I go, nope, they're requesting a computer senior advisor, and I'm not a computer senior advisor. I'm sorry.
I mean, like,
I don't know what to tell you. They're like, you're a senior advisor. Ugh.
No, I'm not. Who said that? It still says that I'm tier 1 on all of my shit, too. Somebody asked me if I was...
Yeah, I know. It's not supposed to. My leader's like, oh, well, it should have updated. And I'm like, well, it never did. I said it, well, like, obviously it updated now for me, but when, I was never computer on my title, so.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
So
basically, Annie's getting fired because she just solid stays on the phone for 4 hours with Grandpa. Oh my God, I have to tell you this. Okay. So I had this customer call in today, right? Please tell me why... Okay, first of all, Grandma don't know how to work her phone. Whatever. What's new? Her ringer wouldn't be loud. So I was checking it out, seeing her settings in real time. Everything was fine. You know, all the settings were good. Check, check. I go, hey, so there's this switch on the side of your phone. What color is it? Keep in mind, she's talked to 3 different reps before me. 3 different reps before me. And I look at all of their previous notes, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to kill myself. And I'm like, what color is it? And she told me, and I go, flip it the other way. I'm going to hang up. I'm going to call you back. Tell me if it's on loud. Sure enough, I fucking call her back. It's fucking on loud. And I go, you're shitting me. She goes, I didn't click that. And I'm like, it's fine. You probably didn't. Like, put it in your pocket, put it in your purse. It doesn't matter. Did you take your case off your phone? Don't care. That's how it happened. I'm not blaming you. I said, but tell me, I literally, in my, like, team chat, I go, tell me how this happened. Tell me how this happened. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I was livid. I could not fucking believe it. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking shoot myself.
You just look at the notes. Customer can't not hear.
No, you know what they told her to do? Back up her phone, wipe it, and restart. I go, you're fucking kidding me, dude. And I go, please tell me you didn't do that. I said, please, please, please tell me you didn't do that. And she's like, well, I did a software update.
Oh. And did that fix your ringer?
No, it fucking didn't fix it.
To vibrate?
It didn't fucking fix it. I literally
don't know how many times I've seen that.
And this is exactly why I always want a fucking drink at my desk, because I'm like, even if the customers aren't the fucking worst of the day, it's always some fucking shit. Like, I get it. People are new to the company. They're still learning. But not everything's internal. Look at the fucking physical phone, dude. I cannot. Like, dude, I literally yelled at a customer tonight. I don't know how many times. So, you know, certain devices have physical buttons. Some don't. Well, when there's a physical button, click the physical button. I don't know how many times I have to tell you to click the physical button. There's only one physical button that's visible when you're looking at it.
Yep. Do you have a home button?
And I
where? What do you fucking press every time you go to other things? Like, what?
Dude. And I just, like, started getting louder and progressively louder, because I'm like, I'm gonna fucking snap. Like, are you kidding me? Alright, what other story you got for me?
I'm gonna fucking beat some ass. Alright. Lacey,
shit.
I have some written down, but I feel like I had one today where I was... Oh, my favorite thing. Okay. So, it's not really a story, but it's more along the lines of what I do when I mute people when they're being fucking idiots. And when
so every call?
Cooler, yeah, literally every call. As soon as I answer, I just mute it and go, fuck you, as they're telling me what's wrong. And then when they're nice, I'm like,
I went to put them on hold to transfer them. I don't remember what day this was, but I accidentally said, are you fucking kidding me? And it was not on hold yet.
What? Excuse me?
Well, I said that, and then I saw it change to hold. I'm like, fuck. Oops.
Hopefully no one pulls that call. God, I know. No, literally the mute button is my favorite thing in the world. I've actually just started fully trusting it, where I don't go, hello. Should probably make sure that I know that they can't actually hear me, but whenever it was like cooler outside, there's a huge window in my office room, so I'll always open it, and I'm like, oh, it's so nice outside. But I think I had like way too much cold brew one day, and I was just screaming at the top of my lungs, like, if you just fucking shut the fuck up and fucking listen to me, then you'd understand what the fuck I'm trying to say to you. And my neighbors started going out in their yard and looking, and I was like, oh, they probably think I'm abusing my boyfriend or something.
Oh my god.
So I was like, maybe I should keep the window shut, or maybe I should chill the fuck out. But I was just like,
oh,
the
that's
choice
great.
of words. I'm like, they probably think I'm screaming at my boyfriend to shut the fuck up and listen to me, but I was just like, you guys can go back in your house now. Everything's fine. We're okay here. But mute saves my life, honestly. Every day I get my sighs out, I get my shut the fuck up out, and I feel like it relieves some tension. I like it.
You know what my new favorite thing to do is? So there was one call that got pulled, and I was talking over the customer. Well, it's because they wouldn't fucking listen to me. So I was gonna just, like, it was something so simple, and she just wouldn't fucking listen. So I just talked over her. I was so fucking done. And so that call got pulled, and I got, talked to, whatever. My new favorite thing is when a customer won't shut the fuck up, I'll just not talk. I don't mute myself, I just don't talk. And so they'll just be talking like, hello, are you there? And I'm like, yep, I was letting you finish. And they're like, oh, well, I didn't mean to keep talking. Well,
You
if
did?
you would shut
Then
the
why
fuck up
did you?
and not tell me about your whole fucking life and let me just tell you how to turn on your device. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. I have one for you. Oh, you're gonna love this one. So, you know, Mr. Know-It-All calls in. And he's like, you know, someone hacked my phone. They had me download this app, such and such and such. They said they were, you know, your company, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, well, they weren't. We don't have you download apps. Like, just delete it. Did you give them any personal information? No. Let's reset your password. Just be safe, blah, blah. Check your devices. Everything was all good. So he's like, well, they had me do that on my computer, too. I'm like, okay, well, let's, you know, take a look. And so I'm walking him through, downloading, you know, our virus protection program of choice. And I get him to go all the way through it. Come to find out, he was doing it on his phone the whole fucking time. I go, no,
Stop.
I need you to do it on your computer. So he starts doing it on his computer. And he swore up and down that he had our computers, our computer, our computer. Okay, cool. And I'm like, well, let me go ahead and send your device a little request so I can see in real time, make sure, you know, everything on your computer is good. It was not one of our devices. It was another brand. I get all the way through that for him to tell me that it's actually not our computer. I go, I can't help you. And he goes, you're gonna help me. I said, I'm going to help you. And he goes, what's that website again? And so I'm like, well, you can, you know, download it if you want, but I mean, I still can't help you. And spells it wrong, puts spaces in between words, wonders why the website's not pulling up. And I go, again, I cannot help you. Cussing me out left and right. And I go, look, you need to call such and such company because that's who your device is through. I cannot help you. Hangs up on me, gives me, you know, a poor survey. And I'm like, I don't even care. I cannot, like, it swore up and down that it was our computer. How in the fuck do you get that wrong? How?
Do you ever get where you ask, do you have a computer that we can use when your device is disabled? And they go, no, but I have a laptop. What? That's the same fucking thing. That's a computer. I mean, there's a desktop and a laptop, but I'm like, oh, okay. Because they tell me, no, I don't have a computer. Well, then we can't do the steps. And I'm like, you know, and they go, well, let me see if my laptop will turn on. Okay, sure. Let's turn it on.
Dude, I don't understand. Like, okay, Johnny likes to point out to me, literally every day, multiple times a day, he's like, you do realize that smart people are not going to call you. I go, I get it. But how are they this dumb? How are they this dumb?
I don't know.
Like, you don't even know how to turn your device on. Do you know how many people tell me, oh, well, you know, where I put my fingerprint, that's a fingerprint button. I'm like, no, that's your fucking power button. What do you, like, you do just think that your device doesn't have a power button? What do you mean? Your device won't turn on? I don't know, have you charged it? No, you didn't charge it? Okay, well, I wonder why it won't fucking turn on. Oh my god. I swear to God.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. And then you go, okay, can you turn the phone off? Turn it off? Oh no, my favorite thing is on the computer. Okay, we're gonna shut down the computer. So, top left, go to the menu, shut down. Shut down or restart? What did I just say? And then they shut it down.
Every time!
Oh, no, then they shut it down and they go, okay, I just
every
turned it
time.
back on. Why? I didn't tell you
to turn it on. Oh my god, I had this lady, she's like, I go, okay, you know, click the power button, hold down, you know, such and such keys, and she's like, okay, I'm holding down this key. And I go, no, like, there's 2 keys. I need you to hold them both down. She's like, you didn't tell me that. I go, yes, I did. She's like, are you back-talking me? And I'm like, no. What do you mean? And she's like, well, you didn't tell me to hold those down. I'm like, okay. Can you hold them down now? Or my favorite thing is, like, you have to click these buttons as fast as possible, or they will not trigger what we need them to trigger. I'm doing it as fast as I can. Grandma, no, you're not. I promise you're not, because if you were, it would work.
It would work, right. And then sometimes...
Stick to your landline.
Right, I'm going to be so honest, though. Sometimes when it doesn't work after the 10th time, I'm like, we got to get you in the store, it looks like.
I tried that. I swear to God, every customer that I have, though, I can't go to there. I'm going to get COVID. Then get COVID. I don't care. You're clogging up my phone line. Like, you can't figure it out. That's not my problem.
Yeah, I had someone call literally today. I'd like to file a complaint, which I'm like, I don't care because I just sit there and type. It's not about me. It's either about the store or someone else.
You're going to get that survey, though.
I hate that. I've had pretty good luck sometimes where I'm like, holy shit, I'm going to get the worst fucking surveys ever. They opted to no because they already were just like,
good.
I don't want to fucking fill out a survey. But yeah, they called, I want to complain. Okay, what about? I'm listening. They won't let me in the store. Okay, do you have a reservation? An appointment? What? Do you have an appointment, a reservation? No, why would I need that? And I go, well, I'm so sorry, the guidelines lately. I just want them to help me with my 4 devices. I'm holding them all right now, and I drove an hour. No one fucking asked you to. Sorry. That's what you get.
So, I had this lady, she's like, I don't want an appointment. I'm like, okay, well then you can't go into the store. Like, you can try to wait in their waiting line, but more times than not, you're not going to get in. And she's like, well, why would they have to have an appointment? I said, well, ma'am, there's a global pandemic right now. Masks are required. Masks are required. Appointments are required. She's like, well, I'm not going to wear a mask. I go, well, then they're definitely not going to let you in. And she's like, they're going to let me in. I go, would you like me to schedule you an appointment? And she's like, no. I said, okay. She's like, well, they're going to let me in as soon as I get there. I said, well, they're going to let the appointments in. And she's like, whatever. Can I talk to your supervisor? I'm like, I am the supervisor. She's like, well, I want to talk to your manager. I'm like, I don't have one.
Sorry.
She's like, well, who do you report to? And I go, no one. She's like, oh, you're the boss? I said, yep. She goes, whatever, and hangs up. It's like, first of all, don't say you're not going to wear a mask. Don't refuse to have an appointment when I'm offering to fucking make you one. And then you're just being a dumb bitch. Like, you're not privileged. You're not. I've got to tell this one. I think I told you this one. Oh, fuck. The guy who, I can't remember his son or his daughter. I don't fucking remember. I'll never forget this, though. This motherfucker, which I'm not bleeping out any cuss words, because this is our fucking podcast. We're going to say whatever the fuck we want.
Fucking cunt. Calls.
Well, cunt's a gray area.
Okay. But, I don't know. Damn it. Okay, everything's but the C word.
So, anyways, well, okay, I'll only use that when, like, I'm strongly agitated by a lady. But otherwise, I probably won't use that. But anyways, so this guy calls in, and he's like, well, my kid's iPad's broken. The screen's cracked. He's like, out of warranty, no insurance. Screen's cracked. Okay, well, what happened? Nothing. Did it get dropped? Nope, my kid's careful. It's always in a case. He's like, my buddy called in, and his daughter sat on her phone and broke it. You guys gave her a new one for free. I'm like, well, she might have had insurance, blah, blah, blah. And you remember back in the day, there was, an older device that if it bent, they just replaced it for free, even if it was out of, warranty. And so I was explaining to him, like, different scenarios. He's like, no, it's a brand new phone, the new one. And it, which obviously couldn't be that new if it was out of warranty, but sat on it, bent it, we gave her a new one for free. I'm like, okay, well, we didn't, but, whatever. I'm like, look, I'm a senior advisor. I'm going to be real with you. I said, if it's cracked, something had to have happened to it. I said, what happened? He's like, well, my son took it out of the case, or kid, whoever the fuck it was, took it out of the case and sat it on the couch while he went to go clean it, and the dog bit it. Oh, okay, so it was out of the case, and there was physical damage on your end. Okay. And, I pretended to submit a report, which, I'm not going to fucking let him just have a brand new device for free. So I lied, put him on hold, typed up a fake report, and got back to him. I'm like, sorry, my system says no. Like, I can't. And he goes, well, I own all these brand new devices I just went and bought from your location, and I own stock, and just going, I've been a loyal customer, such. You just lost a customer. Okay, well, you just bought these computers that are over $1,000 a piece, and you said you bought 4 of them, which I doubt, but you said you bought 4 of them, so good. Go ahead, go return them then. Oh, you're out of your return period? Not my fucking problem. But yeah, and he's like trying to bully me into giving him a brand new iPad for free. No. I was so mad. And I was like texting in our team chat and I'm like, is this a joke? And they're like, please tell me you're not going to submit like, a senior advisor report is what I'll call it. And I'm like, fuck no, I'm not. Like, not a fat chance in hell am I going to go ahead and try to override this because his kid took it out of the case and let the dog bite it. I swear to God, I was about to fight that guy. And he's like, you're going to give it to me. I said, no, I'm not. Don't tell me I'm going to give it to you.
Right. Or, like, even if you don't really have that big of a chance, what the fuck, even your slimmest chance, what the fuck do you think you're gonna get being an asshole? At least be nice to maybe, just maybe, get something to change. But if you're gonna be a dick, I don't care if you have 100% chance. Fuck you. Like, okay.
Seriously, being a senior advisor, you basically can do whatever the fuck you want. You get to determine if you're gonna help them. Literally, there was one guy, nicest guy, and he just bought a wearable device, and it was one day outside the period to get insurance, and she broke it. And he goes, I really just want to add insurance. And I'm like, sorry, like, I can't, it's broken, and you're outside the period. And he goes, well, it's just the face is separated. And, I'm like, well, what did she do? And he's like, nothing. I'm like, all right. I said, here's the deal. I'm going to send you a replacement for no cost. You're going to give me the broken one. You're going to put the hold on your card, all the normal steps. I said, but you have to buy insurance. Like, I will personally call you, and you will get insurance once I see you've received that new device. Sure enough, did. So the nice thing is you really do get to, decide. Like, if someone's nice, I'm going to be nice back. But when you're a dick and you're going to try to bully me, I'm actually not fucking doing anything for you, dude.
I didn't know you had that much, control.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
There's certain situations that you have to get, a supervisor's approval. But more times than not, it's really just up to you.
I like that.
I wish we could hang up on people who cuss us out, but...
I have heard so many mixed things about that. They're like, get them to a senior advisor. Hang up on them. Tell them you're going to hang up on them. Log it. I'm like... we should be able to just hang up on them because, okay, I understand you're upset, but I'm literally sitting in a fucking small town in Florida with no pants on, and what part of that makes you think that I have any fucking point, or I'm not a part of this. Oh shit. I need to definitely need to get better headphones. But really, that's what cracks me up is when people think that, and your fucking company, and you're all money hungry, and I'm just sitting here eating peanut butter out of a jar, and I'm like, yeah, I totally did that to you. I understand. You're so upset. I don't care.
If they threaten you, you're allowed to give them a warning, and if they threaten you a second time, that's the only scenario you're allowed to hang up on them. If they cuss at you or call you names, you're not allowed to. You right now can transfer to a senior advisor, but if they transfer to me and then they start cussing me out and calling me names, I'm not allowed to do a single fucking thing.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
And then you get a DSAT.
Yep.
You're like,
I give fuck less about that, but I'm not gonna have someone sit here and shit on my day because they woke up on the wrong side of the bed and someone fucking pissed in their coffee. Not my problem, dude. Take it elsewhere. Unreal.
I don't understand where it's like, I've been pissed off and calling, like, my phone company or something, but I've never screamed at someone. Like, I even had, like, an annual pass at a theme park once, and don't know how, but I signed up under my friend's name, and so it was all under her info. She was, like, linked to our last passes or something, and I thought that I was adding her to, like, a fast pass thing, but I don't know. So I literally signed up for, like, the $80 a month one, like, gold pass under her name.
Holy shit.
And when I went to the park, they're like, oh, can we see your ID? And they're like, this doesn't match the name. And then they wouldn't even let me cancel it because it didn't match the name. And
Oh,
I'm like,
hell no.
she already has an active pass. How the fuck? But, like, I just sat there. They let me in for the day. And then when I called to cancel it, I'm sure it was some bullshit, but I wasn't, like, screaming at them. But they were like, we're going to put in, like, an expedited, like, emergency cancel thing to let you cancel it. And I was like, okay, sure. I'm sure you can do this for everyone. But I wasn't, like, screaming at them. And it was my fault. But two, what the fuck? I couldn't delete it.
$80 a month is a lot.
$80 a month. I know. Gold, free parking, free photos. That was when I was going to theme parks, like, every day. But it's like...
What's a theme park?
Shut up. Stop. I forgot. Get the fuck out of here. Have you never been to a theme park? Like...
No, I'm making a joke because of COVID.
Oh.
Oh my god!
They have theme parks where you're from.
Yes! Like, Six Flags is in the Midwest.
Oh!
Jesus
I
Christ.
knew that. Oh.
No, you didn't.
I didn't. I swear to God. There's something in Ohio. There's a Six Flags in Ohio, right?
No,
Maybe?
that's like the roller coaster park of the world or of the U.S. or some shit. I've never been there. That's a different part of the Midwest.
Okay. You fooled me 100%.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Disney and Universal, and there's rides.
No, I've never been to Disney or Universal, but I know what a fucking theme park is.
I hate myself. I was so excited to explain theme parks to you. And good night. Just kidding.
Okay, I've got one for you. This will trigger you because I know you'll love this. A brand new rep transferred a call to, and I've gotten into the habit that every time I get a call transferred to me now, I'm like, senior advisor, what's up? Like, just because, like, if I, like, don't say that, then when it is, like, a senior advisor call, they're like, are you a senior advisor? I'm like, yeah. So, like, just no matter what, whoever gets transferred to me at this part, like, it's a rhythm now. So they call and they're like, oh, are you the computer department? And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And they're like, well, I've got this music player that it won't work. I go, well, what won't work? Well, it won't connect to Wi-Fi. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, have you, turned it off and on? Have you checked the settings, software, what's up? I hadn't done a single fucking thing. I'm like, love that. Great start. I know we're going strong. I said, well, so why are you transferring this call to the computer department? Well, they're trying to plug it into their computer to get the Wi-Fi to work. I'm like, that's not how this works. I go, you didn't troubleshoot at all. And it tells me that you didn't even listen during training. They're like, you're going to leave me bad feedback, aren't you? And I go, I am. And they're like, well, will you take the call? I'm like, well, I have to take the call. Transfer him over. Sure enough, the antenna was out, so, like, the device needed replaced anyways. And I got the customer into the store. But I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Don't get me wrong. Our training class alone showed me how fucking dumb half of our trainees are. Like, god damn.
We need to have
say your name.
An entire episode dedicated to just our training class.
So, there was one YouTube video I filmed that I was exchanging, like employee or, like, coworker horror stories with one of my friends. And I go, Amy, I know you don't watch my YouTube videos, but I wish you did. This one's about you.
Amy! I can't turn it on. Turn the computer
I love that.
on.
She probably didn't know that we could see her.
She's literally like this.
Yes. The whole time.
Huh? What? Oh no.
Dude,
but also, do you love that she's in Tier 1 computers? Because I see her name every day.
I don't know how the hell that happened. I don't know how that happened.
Okay, my favorite thing, I'm not even gonna lie, I recorded you before we even talked. I recorded you and sent it to my boyfriend when we were in training, and I was like, I fucking love this girl. No, I'm not kidding.
Why?
I wasn't talking shit about you. Because I was like, Megan, Norman, and then Ashley. I kind of liked her because she knew what she was doing, but she was so fucking weird, and she lived in her tornado zone, and she was always gone.
Bumfuck nowhere.
Right. Kansas or some shit. So
I don't remember.
It was the first time
Yes, she did, because I remember she also lived in Wichita, and I'm like, Wichita's not that bad. I lived there for a year.
You're like, honey. But it was the first time you and I were ever in a breakout group together, and I was so fucking nervous because I was like, oh, she knows so much more than
Oh my god, are you talking about that one girl that I snapped on?
Oh, wait, like Jasmine?
Was that her? Oh, Alex.
But do you remember Alex?
I don't remember. There's one. Yeah.
Okay, so, who was the girl that you... I remember that, though.
I don't remember her name, but I immediately messaged our trainer, and I go, hey, just so you know, like, this just happened. And so he, like, ripped her aside, and he goes, you're not in trouble. Like, to me, he's like, you're not in trouble. I'm like, because this girl straight up refused to, roleplay. And I'm like, nobody wants to roleplay. Was that her name? I don't remember, but she refused. And I go, no one wants to roleplay. I said, but you have to. She's like, no, I was told I don't have to. I'm like, yeah, you do. And she's like, she, like, either called me a name or said no or something. And so, like, I raised my hand so she knew I was, like, calling the trainer. And so she got real pissed and then, like, immediately muted herself. And it's like,
it's the one who
what do you expect?
The baby, right? The baby in the crib next to her the whole time?
No, that was Angelica. Oh. Angelica got fired because she was doing a bunch of no-call no-shows. Yeah, that was Angelica.
Do you remember she ratted herself out saying she was talking to you on the phone, and then, like, her boyfriend would come up on the camera and kiss her, and, like...
Dude, this motherfucking bitch. Like, I will never forget, because India, which, if India ever finds our podcast, I would fucking die. But fucking India, like, called me. I literally turned my computer off and, like, was on a walk with Johnny and the dogs. She called me, and she's like, why didn't you clock back in? And I go, because I asked you for technical support help multiple times. You didn't respond to me. I called you. You didn't answer my call. I texted you. You didn't respond. I said, so I turned my computer off. She's like, well, did you even try to troubleshoot? And, like, this is back before we were computer trained. And I'm like, so, like, yes, I knew somewhat, like, because I own a computer. But it's like, goddamn. I'm like, no. Like, you didn't, like, want to help. And she, like, had me, was my camera working back then?
No. I literally have never seen you. Ever.
Yeah. And so, like, she's like, well, why is because I Zoomed her, or whatever the fuck we use, on my MacBook. She's like, oh, I can see you. I thought your camera didn't work. I said, yeah, I'm on my personal device. And she's like, well, you need to be on your work one right now. And I'm like, okay. She's like, why can't I see you? I'm like, because it doesn't fucking work. What do you mean? Like, it's not my problem. Which, ever since we switched profiles and had to, like, do all that dumb shit for work, my camera now works. But thankfully, I've never had to be on camera. So, yeah, I don't know. It had to have been some setting that was hung up.
I hate that.
But
no, I've had to be on camera so much, and they're like, show me your room. And I'm like, I'm like throwing shit all around. Okay, but whenever
Alex.
I recorded you, not in a mean way, I'm not kidding. I literally, like, since day one, you stood out to me. Okay, this sounds like I'm, like, professing my love for you, but I'm not kidding. Like, you, Norman, and Ashley, I would always talk to my roommate and my boyfriend. I'm like, I love this bitch Megan. Like, I hope that she's in my classes. She knows so much. She's, like, killing everybody in this class. Like, shut the fuck up. You were basically saying everything I wanted to say, but I was so awkward, and I just really needed a job that I was like...
computer training. You would text me, and I'm like, bet.
I know. I'm like...
You're like, I really wish they would shut the fuck up. I'm like, oh God, what? They were lipping off about something, and I snapped, and then the chat got cleared. Do you remember that? In computer training.
What was that? And you were...
I don't remember... Moon and fucking Shelby were going off.
It was I remember because
I don't even remember.
Randy, was that his name? Randy?
Yes.
Trainer? Fuck me.
No, he was our nesting. Oh wait, no, I had a lady for senior advisor. Yes, Randy. I fucking remember Randy.
I remember when we all came back from break, he cleared chat and acted like nothing happened.
Yep.
And we were just like, oh,
Yep.
You're so cute. And then remember when I was like, I didn't ask you, but... And she's like, well... And we got in a huge thing. And I messaged Randy. Yes. And I said, are you really going to let her talk to everybody like this? And then who was the scary, like, fuck. What the hell was his name? But I messaged him privately, and I'm like, are you really going to let her talk to people like this? And just ignored. So I was just like, okay, this is a joke, I guess. But, okay, but Alex. So we were in our first breakout together, and we had to do, like, some stupid team building shit. And it was like one of those fake calls, and you pretend that you're in our tools, and you're docking and whatever. And
was it the time that we had a fucking screen share with each other?
Yes. And Alex is sitting there, and I come into the room, and you're like, he's got an attitude with you because he just had a fucking attitude. And you're
he thought he knew everything, but he was dumb as fuck.
All of them, literally all of them, everybody over 40 was like, I don't know how to turn on a computer. And he's sitting there like, can I fold my laundry while we're in training? And we're like, you probably shouldn't. And then he's just sitting there like this on camera. Like, I swear to God.
Well, he's no longer at the company.
Himself. He's like, hey.
I'm sure he was.
But you pop the fuck off on him, and you're like, listen, if you don't want to fucking participate, that's fine. But don't... You, like, said something, and I was just, like, recording it, and I was like, I fucking love this bitch so much. I was like, she's saying everything that I wish that I could say. And I just sent it to my boyfriend.
Like, I if you don't want to participate, I get it. Put in the minimal effort. I'm not asking you to fucking go above and beyond. I'm really not expecting much from you. No one wants to be here. It's a fucking paycheck. But at the same time, I'm not going to let you just fucking run your fucking mouth. It's not the way this works.
Right.
Especially when you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Fuck. No, I fucking hated Alex. I hated that bitch I went off on. Fucking hated those bitches in our fucking... Having senior advisor training by myself fucking sucked. Because I'm like, God, at least Annie was in computer training with me. But yeah, I had to deal with fucking Moon again. And there were a couple other bitches. And I'm just like, fuck it. God damn it. And Moon still didn't shower. Still barely woke up on time. Left her computer to go fucking have coffee and talking to her boyfriend, playing music, fucking watching live stream. Oh my god. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
What was like the third time she played a song from her phone, and you're just like, I thought we weren't allowed to have our phones. And then all they said was, oh, what? Oh, I stopped playing that. And you're like, well, where did it come from? Ignored. Yeah. Why? You're permanently terminated if you have any recording devices or your phone near the computer, but in a training class to move up, you are allowed. Makes sense. It doesn't.
Alright, Annie, I think it's time to wrap up this episode.
I know.
So, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I know half this was just us rambling and bitching. They will, we're gonna get the hang of this. They'll be more constructed and have a better flow. We're just trying to feel through this. So thank you for going through this crazy ride with us and nonsense. And look, if there's anything you need clarification on, apart from our actual company name or actual devices that we work with, go to drunkpear.com. You don't have to submit us a story if you don't want. Just type in there, be like, hey, what is this? Can you tell me about this? I want to be able to follow along to your podcast. Tell me more. Just put it in there. I get those emails. We'll read them. We'll go over anything and everything. Make notes. Take, the whole shabam. Just whatever you need, we'll figure it out. But
oh, yeah. Also, submit your fucking stories because we want to hear them. And I know both of us have friends that have some crazy ass stories, and if you don't submit them, I'll find you. I'll fight
as millennials, everybody has worked at least one fucking customer service job. And if you've worked any customer service job, you've had at minimum one shitty customer who you will never forget, and you will always tell that story. Submit it to us. We would like to read it to everybody. For you. Please. We're going to share your fucking story.
Please and thank you. Do we have
follow us on all of our social media. We've got Facebook page, which we just hit 100 plus likes. So thank you guys so much for that support already. I think we're at like 110. But that's before we even put out our first episode, which is absolutely amazing. We have an Instagram. We will probably post small tidbits of our episodes, just some funny clips, as well as if we ever meet in person, we're gonna get some pictures together and all sorts of funny shit. And I already have the logo in the makes, so follow that. We'll post on Twitter every time a new episode comes out. Just as a reminder, otherwise, turn your fucking subscriptions on for whatever streaming service you use. I think we're going to be on everything. So if you listen it to Apple Podcasts, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, whatever you use, we'll probably be there. TikTok, same shit. We're going to post funny little tidbits. All the kids are on that TikTok nowadays. Catch us on there. And then we will also have, I don't know if we're going to do it immediately, but what we're aiming to do is do our episodes but with our faces and shit, so you can see our funny reactions on YouTube. So go check out our YouTube channel and subscribe if you have not. But everything's going to be on our website. That's where you're going to check out almost everything. Check out all of our social media. If you guys are interested, we'd love to make some merch. So again, email us, submit it in our little fucking website thing. Put your name, say, hey, I want merch, and tell us what kind of merch you want. We'll make it. We'll do it. Just fucking message us.
Do it, bitch. Please.
Message us. That's it for tonight, guys, though. We're going to wrap this one up. Thank you so much for hanging out and listening to our nonsense and rambling for our very first episode. But that concludes this episode of the Drunk Pear podcast. My name's Megan.
And I'm Annie.
Till next time, guys.